I always start off at the puzzle section. It's right when I walk into my store, and I'm looking for Ravensburger or Cobble Hill. I take a pretty quick glance on each shelf, and this aisle can get pretty busy. I was lucky today I was the only one there. So I took a little bit longer to kind of look through everything, and right away I see Ravensburger up at the top here. 1,500 pieces. I know that that's just too many pieces for us, but if you like over 1,000 pieces, thrifting is the way to go because you can get a lot of variety. And usually what I do right before I leave the store, either, I'm going to check out or I'm just leaving, I always take one more glance because sometimes I have missed something. And I have gotten a lot of great puzzles on that last little glimpse that I do before I leave. Then I move on to the long sleeve dress shirts. This is what my husband wears to work now. So I'm usually feeling for the fabric. I can tell by a really nice heavy cotton. This one fit, but my husband likes to have the buttons at the collar, and then there's certain brands. This one I knew was good. My husband actually had this one. I just wanted to double check with him, but it's Denver Hayes. It's from Mark's Work Wearhouse here in Canada. $60 and plus for a brand new shirt. Nautica, this one was pretty nice too. And there was a lot of variety, a lot of spring colors. This one here was actually Columbia, brand new with tags, but my husband doesn't wear any light colors like that. And just, it's always nice to see something different. It just kind of makes it a little bit more fun looking through all of the shirts. I'm not really interested in these types of things for thrifting, like the different dishes and bowls, but this one kind of caught my eye. It was a really nice pattern. If you like to have serving bowls and you know what you're looking for, you can get a lot of little treasures in that here. And then they had little cream and sugar and milk sets and all of that. I really don't know what to look for here, but if you're a collector, if something is good like this. For some reason, I thought this might have been $M. I was looking to see if there was a tag, but I thought it was cute. But this is stuff I feel like people are just getting rid of after so many years, and you just don't use them as much as you used to. And then this here caught my eye. Best mom, the grandmas, Mother's Day is coming up, and that's one of those things too. Even when my kids were younger, it was always buying something for grandma and mom on Mother's Day and that. And I still say a beautiful card with a handwritten note is just something that's easier to keep and sentimental to look back on all of those years. Just my opinion, but just be careful whenever you're buying your Mother's Day gifts for other people. Look at this. Pioneer Woman, coffee maker, Hamilton Brew, Hamilton Beach. Not my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people that would have jumped at that, kind of snuck in there. And I'm always looking here. I find I'm not really interested in this, for the tiered trays. I find this is more there's a few seasons that I want to decorate, but these are one of those things too, where you can see some of these have been little gifts or different things over the years. And sometimes you find a really nice little treasure, but nothing that I was looking for. And this really caught my eye. I think this might have been a ceramic set that somebody would have made. Very nostalgic. And, if you're looking for that very unique item, I have a feeling this might have been it. And then when I looked over here, there was lots of bowls. They kind of do them in colors. And then I knew that this was a Pioneer Woman one. I couldn't find the price. It was in the middle section. It was really busy, but I just knew I didn't want it. But it's always nice when you're looking for a specific brand and find it. And then I always look at the coffee cups. These are I think some of these are just way too expensive, but there's certain ones that my husband likes that we had over the years, and I'm always looking for them because you can't buy them. That was my mom's corral pattern. And it's always interesting to see all the different corral. I know a lot of people had this one too. And then I had my own corral pattern with my hope chest. And whenever my husband and I first got married, and my cups were more like this, but I know this was also a very popular style. So it's always interesting to see kind of some of the nostalgia and the vintageness of it. And then over here, I usually take a look. I'm usually looking for a Pyrex casserole dish or something. I never find them. I found one, but this one kind of caught my interest because sometimes I don't like a great big pan. I like a little bit of a smaller one. This was dishwasher oven proof. I kind of liked it. It was really heavy, but I just didn't feel like it was something I needed to get that day. I have one that I really, really like, but it would be nice to have a backup. But I always kind of take a look, and I don't know, has anybody ever had luck with frying pans? I know some people have gotten old cast iron and brought them back to life, but I find they're all really, really worn. And then I'm always looking at cookbooks. I'm looking for the Pioneer Woman cookbooks. There's a few of them that I want to get. I had this one, Rachel Ray. I always liked watching her cooking shows, but I don't think I did a lot of cooking back then. Like, I kept things pretty simple. And hosting without hassle. This looks like something from the 70s, but kind of neat. The Biggest Loser. I remember having some of these cookbooks from over the years, and I think back about that show and like thinking that losing 20 pounds in a week was healthy and sustainable, but not a lot of good things to say about that show. But anyways, look at Weight Watchers cookbook. I think there was another one, Hungry Girl or Skinny Girl, something. I used to have a lot of these different cookbooks. Yep. Hungry Girl. I remember this one. They used to have 100-calorie snacks or 200-calorie desserts. And, it'd be like, okay, I have 200 calories. What can I eat? So that's the whole thing about trying to let go of that and learning to have a healthier relationship with food and doing something that's sustainable. So a lot of different types of cookbooks. And I always take a look here. Sometimes you can get some really nice lightweight comforters. And if you're looking for wooden hangers, $4 for 4. I don't know if that's a great price. They're all kind of mismatched. So it depends on what your budget is and what you're looking for. I'm also looking to see if there's any yellow pillows. I know I'm not going to have any luck, but look at this. This must have been like from a nursery set years ago. Little Woodstock bringing in baby Snoopy, like the little pillow to go. I thought that was so cute. I'm not collecting it. I thought it was really cute. And Franklin, how many of you, like when I heard that new Beyonce song, I'm like, this sounds familiar. And then all of a sudden everybody is like, it's the Franklin theme song. And I was like, yeah. So every time I hear that Beyonce, the new country song, I always think of Franklin. And I always look at capris. My section's way down at the end. I don't wear shorts in the summer. I am a capri kind of gal. There's a certain style or brand that I'm looking for, and then I never really have much luck. Every once in a while I do. Like this was from Walmart or Giant Tiger, and it wasn't what I was looking for. But every once in a while, like I'll get like an old pair from like Walmart or something, and I have luck with that. And I find like sometimes like Walmart clothes from years ago were some of the nicest ones, and they just don't make them like that anymore. So anyways, I'm going to move on. There's a Calvin Klein brand new with tags. I'm really not that interested in it, but just kind of seeing what the price was, like $17.49. So you have to know your prices. And then I was looking at dresses, and this one kind of caught my eye. I knew it was Pennington's because I knew the brand, and then I looked at the price tag. $26. That was just too much. So just always taking a little bit of look just to see what is out there. And then I went down like the short sleeve kind of blouse section. This is Torrid. I think this is a plus size in the States. This was kind of cute, but the fit wouldn't work for me. I like the color. $15. I don't know. That seems like a little bit much for a secondhand shirt. And, I'm always looking to see if there's anything from Maurice's. I've never had any luck with anything in my size at Maurice's. Just getting this back on the hanger. Every color you would want here, every fabric, every cut. Look at this. This is from Shein. I don't know what size this was. And I think, what was it? $8, $7. And yeah, $7. And I'm like, where the heck is the rest of the shirt? Like, that doesn't cover anything up. And they're asking $7 for that? This was cute. I like the color, but I did not like the sleeves. I don't like that kind of like fluffy. I'm pretty sure this was Maurice's, but definitely not my size. And I never have any luck here. So I was just kind of looking to see what was out there. Maybe someday. This blouse definitely would be my color. I like the sleeves. Not my size. And I have another blouse that color too, but then I moved back over to here. All the little crock pots. I was just kind of seeing like what the prices were. I think some of them were like $1 less and different prices. And then, the George Foreman grills, the crock pots, the rice cooker. Sometimes you can get lucky if you just want to try and have something. Like that didn't look very good. Then I remembered our first air fryer, the Tefal. I used to use this all the time, and now pretty much Ninja has kind of taken that over in crock pots. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those Tefals. So everybody has either upgraded or they're not using them anymore. And then I just take one last little look at the basket section. These are more like I put a lot of crap in them, but I'm always looking for like kind of like a nice one with a handle to kind of carry stuff like from up and down the stairs, like to transport things. So I always take a look there. And then before I leave, I'm going to go back and check out the puzzles. But I was able to find a dress. I just wanted to share it with you, the full view of it. Just a little t-shirt dress. I really like the color, and I was very happy with this, and especially the price. Also got lucky with the Ravensburger puzzles. These were all $1.99. This one is a 200 piece. It's a little bit older, but just don't see the 200 pieces very often. I thought this was really nice. These ones are my favorite. I love the ones that have like the underwater. They're really nice and bright and colorful. This one was only 35 pieces, and I actually counted it in the store and all 35 pieces were there. And then this one here was a little bit more vintage. I thought it was really cute. So this is very common for Ravensburger. There's 3 49-piece puzzles, and I just wanted to share it with you because I usually put them in a bag, so that usually tells me that they've been usually pretty well taken care of. So the 3 different puzzles is you have the polka dots, the stripes, and then the plain. So that is also another skill that children can learn, is sorting out the 3 different puzzles, and then, you know, they can separate them, do all 3 together. But it's just another little thing that's really interesting about these Ravensburger puzzles. Sometimes these are the most common ones, and sometimes like you can find Toy Story. I found like a bunch of Frozen, like a lot of character ones. So anyways, I did get lucky with some puzzles. I did have some luck on my thrift shop I was very happy about, and dresses. Yeah, I realized last summer, I remember I picked up a couple of like t-shirt dresses because I just wanted kind of something like light, you know, in the summertime around the house and everything. So I had a couple of t-shirt dresses, and there was one I would wear. It was like a navy blue with white stripes. It was just the perfect fabric, the length, the cut, and everything. And then I had another one that was like really like fuchsia bright orange. But it's one of those things, like when it's really hot outside and the humidity and, you know, you just try and get stuff done. I put those dresses on and I felt like really cool and comfortable and could get done what I needed to do. And I had a really hard time trying to find dresses last year. I think it was a little bit late in the season, but everything was like the long flowy maxi dresses. I also I don't like sleeveless. I like something with sleeves. And then all of the other ones were like kind of like cotton that had to be ironed. So when I saw this one, I know it's George brand, so it's Walmart. It was $6.99, but it was everything that I was looking for. It had the sleeves, it was the right length, it was the perfect fabric, and the color, like this is something I actually wear outside of the house on a really hot day. And I just, you know, $7. Yeah, I know it's a Walmart brand. Usually with Walmart or Giant Tiger, I wouldn't spend more than 10, but I also know how hard it is to find something like this. And usually George, like this, I can tell this is older because I've never seen anything like this in the store. So this is probably a few years old. I think it will hold up well. So I kind of have my price point of what I'm gonna spend. So I was very happy when I found this. And just an example, like the other dress that I found from Pennington's, it would be different if I wore dresses a lot, like if I needed them for work or something like that, you know, maybe $26, because I know they can be expensive. But for me, I know like if I was looking for something on clearance or, you know, change of season, I'd probably be able to get it for less. It was really nice, but in a thrift store, I did find $26 was just a little bit too much. Maybe $15.99, like anything under $20, like I'm pretty, you know, I'll hum and haw about it, but anything over 20, no, I'm not really gonna do that. So depending on the brand, that's the other thing too. Pennington's, I know they have good sales and they have clearance and all of that, so it's really knowing your brand and all of that. And then when it came to the puzzles, I was very happy with what I got. And it was I don't know how long ago it was, and I remember their prices really went up, and I was like, are you serious? But I had gotten some Cobble Hill puzzles because they were the 300 large piece, and that's the ones I really like because for my son and I to do them together. And I'm like, oh, like I think they were $7.99 each, and I bought like 3 of them. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? They're really nice puzzles. If there's any pieces missing, you know, it gave us, you know, a couple of days of, you know, something to do and all of that. And we were very fortunate. All of the pieces and everything were there, but I'm very happy to see their prices have gone back down. They're usually like no more than $5 right now, which I find is pretty reasonable, but most of the children's puzzles in the Ravensburger are $2, which I am very happy about. And, you know, one day I did a puzzle and there was 14 pieces missing in a 200-piece puzzle. And it was just so upsetting. And one of the things, if you are looking for puzzles and you see it taped closed, buy it. Because every one that I've bought tells me that that person took care of the puzzle. And if they were donating it, they wanted to make sure that none of the pieces fell out. Or also if you open up the puzzle and look at it, and if everything's in a bag, that usually means the people took very good care of it, because some of the puzzles are very expensive to buy brand new. So always kind of take a look and use your own judgment if you're looking for things like that. But if I see something taped, I'm like, oh, I know that this was taken care of. But and that's one of the things. Some of the puzzles are for us, and you know, some of it is something I like to do too. I'll do all of the puzzles and I will share them with others because you know, some people just, it's really hard for them to go thrifting. Some, you know, some adults and children, they do a lot of them and they need a lot of variety. So it's always nice to be able to share. And it's one of the things that I love to do because I do have the time. And everybody's like, how do you find all this stuff thrifting? I said, I don't know. Because I said, some days I go in and I don't find anything. And like that day I found 4. So I was very happy about it. But I did have a miss. I did get one of the Nautica shirt. It was $17.29, and this is a brand. Usually $18 is kind of my price point. I don't like to spend more than that because I do know how much these cost new, and this is a very like unique color. My husband had just bought a pair of pants and I thought they would go really well, but it looked kind of small, and then when I brought it home, he's like, they run smaller, and then he tried it on. It was too short and everything, but so I will be able to take that back in exchange. And yes, I shop at the Value Village. We have a couple of smaller like thrift stores where I live. I never have any luck because they just don't have the variety. And you know, the Value Village where I live, they employ a lot of people. So as always, you know, you do what is right for you, what you feel is the proper thing to do. But I know what I'm looking for. I know the price range, and it's one of those things where if I didn't get it there, you know, I probably wouldn't find it anywhere else, and that's what I try and do. So I was very happy with this, and I actually really enjoyed sharing a thrift with all of you. It's one of those things, some days I go in and I just want to get out, like I just don't have the patience, it's too busy. But this day I really wanted to look, and I really enjoyed it. It was really interesting to see some of the stuff, and I think like the Mother's Day and Father's Day stuff that we'll be seeing, and then seeing the Pioneer Woman coffee maker. I don't know, the old Darlene probably would have been pretty tempted to buy something like that because sometimes you can get caught up with collecting stuff. Same with the Pioneer Woman bowl. It was cute, but I didn't like the orange, and it was really marked up. But you know, so I remember I bought that pie plate. I love it, and I'm always looking for those cookbooks that I don't have. And you know, the other clothes, I don't really have a lot of luck with it, but it was nice to share it with you. Maybe if I lose some weight and get to a smaller size, maybe I will have more luck. But I just find some of the prices, and I find a lot of the tops have shrunk. And that's one of the other things with shirts for my husband. If I see a dry cleaner tag on it, I really take a look at it, because that usually tells me that was somebody that had money and the shirt's really good quality, and the fact that they paid to get them dry cleaned tells me they were very well taken care of. So those are the little things that I'm always looking for. It's kind of the feel of the fabric. My husband likes to have the little buttons there to keep the collars down, and then if there's dry cleaning tags on it, and then the brand name. So those are the things that I am looking for. But even just seeing like the ceramics, like some people love that older vintage, like 1 in a million thing that you would never find anywhere. And I think that's one of the things that's so enjoyable about thrifting, is seeing those things that you never see. Like I shared with you a Sandy Richard cookbook. So I'm always kind of looking, but it was also very interesting to see all of the different ways of eating and a lot of those cookbooks being donated. So anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this Thrift With Me video. If you feel comfortable, comment down below, share with me any of your tips or things that you've looked for, and things that are like, no way, I would never pay that, and what has been your greatest find. I think for me it was a snowman I got. It was like, I don't know, probably about 3 or 4 feet tall, and I remember I was like, I think it was $40, maybe 50, but I didn't care because I had never seen anything like that. And it was a big plush snowman, and it had skis, and I love snowman. And I said, I put that thing in the cart and I went to the cash. I couldn't wait to get home. And it brought a lot of joy to the front of our home for years. But then the time came where it was time to say goodbye, Frosty, and I took him back, and hopefully another family is enjoying him. So hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you're comfortable, and thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon.